Encourage the Call Sunday is coming on May 24th. What a great way to celebrate our Wesleyan heritage than giving us the opportunity to respond to God's call on Aldersgate Sunday. Throughout our connection, we commemorate this day in 1738 when John Wesley experienced confirmation of his salvation by the grace of God in a meeting room on Aldersgate Street in London. It was that day when he was enlivened to respond to God's call for ministry. There are many among us who are encouraging the call.
I feel like go around in ministry sort of with a honing device and I feel that little antenna has wavered multiple times when I've come across people who I just feel they get it and that they love God and they love Christ, but they more than anything want to be a leader in that realm. And the way in which I encourage the call is merely to say, have you ever considered a calling into ministry, or have you ever considered ministry? Because I sense that in you.
I believe that call starts at a place of knowing that you're loved by God. So that's the first step, is helping those in our congregation to understand that love, and that they have been given unique gifts, talents, experiences, and that the Spirit is going to work through those in their life. So it begins with claiming that love of Christ in their lives, and then helping them discover those gifts and ways that they can live it out and share into the lives of others. We have really a process, or starting a process at Clay, that helps people just begin to identify those gifts. Just going to be a class that we offer that says, what are the experiences that have shaped you? What are the talents that you have? What do other people say you're good at? And that opportunity to explore those, and then ask the question, where do those begin to meet the needs of your community, the people around you? Where does it begin to meet the needs of the world? And in those questions, discover, hey, God has something for you to contribute to the world, a love for you to share through these unique gifts in unique ways.
How do I encourage the call? I wonder if I really do encourage the call. And the reason why I say it is because I continuously try to point to the one that issues the call. Sometimes I do that well, and sometimes not so well. But whenever anyone has an idea or a passion around something, I immediately try to say, let's go for it, in whatever capacity it is. Explore it, take a look at it, let's try it out. And I try to never say no. And by giving someone the room to explore it is my way of saying, if God is in this, God will help us to be clear about how to do it. And I'm speaking in a church context, of course, but that's the way I try to encourage the call.
One of the ways we're encouraging the call to ministry right now is me and my buddy Tyler. We started this thing called the Festival of Preachers in the Indiana Conference, and that's part of the way that we're encouraging the call, is by telling people that if you have a call to preach, this is a way that you can get connected. This is a way that you can get involved by this academy chapter that we started online. College students, seminary students, even some high school students joining in and talking about, what does it mean to be called to ministry? And what does it mean to preach? What does it mean to eventually be a pastor, maybe? Just different areas. And how do we continue to tell the gospel message of who Jesus is?